Father, we come before you this beautiful autumn afternoon, and we just thank you that we have this special time where we meet every week to learn your word, to learn about your love, to learn about your plan for us. And I just thank you, Lord, that we have the teacher we have and that we have you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Verse 22 is where we are. 19 verse 22. If I can see. Wigam. Hak Kohanim. Hanigashin. El Hadabar. Yet Gadashu. Pen Yephrats. Bahim Hadabar. And also. Tell me what is and tell me what's also. In that word right there, we gom. What about it? We is and gom is also. All right. Got it. Thank you very much. You guys are getting really smart. Ha-kohanim. Ha-kohanim. What is the word, the root of this word? What's the root of this word?
Kohen.
Kohen. All right, what does Kohen mean?
It's priest.
Priest and king. Kohen is priest and king. All right. When you see somebody named Cohen, they're usually Jewish, and their name means priest, and they were probably of the priestly family, and it means priest and king. And also the priests and kings, the ones approaching or drawing near, masculine plural, nifal participle, drawing near unto Jehovah. Look at that. El Hadabar. Hadabar. What would that be what would this be in Greek in the New Testament? Hadabar. Ho logos. All right. Unto the Word. So that's what we've got here, the Word, the name of God, Hashem. They shall keep on consecrating themselves. They shall keep on consecrating themselves. Yet Gadashu. That comes from Kadash. Kadash. Kodesh. That means to make holy. To make holy. Lest, that little pen there, he shall have fallen. He shall have fallen. And look at that word. What is the root of that one? What is the root of that one? Look down there. It's got a 3-letter root. What is that 3-letter root? Down below that word. It's cal, while consecutive perfect. He shall have fallen. Third person singular masculine, while consecutive and perfect. Cal, while consecutive perfect. What is that root, Brother Roger? Nifal. Nifal. Okay? Nifal. What word comes from that word? Nephilim, the fallen ones. Okay? He shall fall among them, Bahem. Look at that little third person pronoun there, hem, and then ba is the preposition. All right? Among them, or in them. What case would this be in? What case? Huh? Locative case. Locative. In the locative. All right, in the locative case. Name the 8 cases of Greek. And Hebrew corresponds to them. Nominative, genitive, ablative, locative, instrumental, dative, accusative, and vocative. Okay? And here we have the locative case because it's in or among them. Jehovah. He's going to fall among them, Jehovah. And what happens when Jehovah gets near people that aren't consecrated? They die. That's what happened when Jehovah, The death angel did not pass over Egypt. Jehovah passed over Egypt. There was no death angel there. That was Jehovah himself, Hadabar, that passed over Egypt. I shall pass over Egypt. When he passed over Egypt, I know you hear many preachers say the death angel passed over. The death angel did not pass over. Jehovah passed over. All right. And when anyone comes into the presence of Jehovah, they're dead meat unless they're consecrated. What's the first word in 19 and verse 12? Brother Stephen. 19 and 12.
Are you looking at 1912 or 1923?
23. Why have I got... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. 1923. I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong...
Wyomer.
Wyomer. That's it. Wyomer. And what is the root of that one?
Omer.
Amer. And what is it? Decline it, or conjugate it for me, that is. Third person masculine singular, cal, while consecutive imperfect. Page 55 in Brown, Driver, and Briggs. Page 65 in Kohler and Baumgartner. Do you see that? Now, if you got this book right here, look that up on page 55, and you find that right away. 55. I'm trying to get you acquainted with this. There you are on page 55. That's why I put down all the page numbers, so you can look at it and see where they are. This is the Hebrew lexicon. It's not an analytical lexicon, but it's the Hebrew lexicon. And you can see where Amer is right there. Amer. Wyomer Moshe. Moshe. Everybody, Moshe. El Hadabar. All right. Lo, you call. Ha'am, La Oloth, El Har. Sinai. Ki, Ata, Ha Edotha. Banu, Lemor. Hagibel. Et. Hahar. We Gedashto. All right, let's go back up and look at this now. And he said, and how should you say that? What is the tense there? What does it mean? Third person masculine singular, cal, while consecutive, and perfect. Tell me how that should be translated actually. It said, and he said there, but what should it really, what's the idea? He said and had kept on saying. So it's kind of completed action, so to speak, because it's while consecutive imperfect, but there was a duration there. He had said and kept on saying, Moshe, Moshe means what? To rescue, to draw out, unto Jehovah. Unto Jehovah. Jehovah means what? Remember, that's very important. What does Jehovah mean? He who shall become. Get that down. That is imperative. That is a foundational doctrinal pillar. Not, little adverb of negation, not you call, not he keeps on being able, each one. Look at that. Not he keeps on being able, each one, third person masculine singular. See, it's talking about each individual person as a whole, but now it's talking about each person there. Each individual person, third person masculine singular, cal imperfect. The imperfect tense means what? Continuous action. All right? Ha is what? Ha is what? Huh?
I mean, yeah.
Hoheristikon arthron, is that what you're trying to say? Yeah. The definite article. All right. What is, now here it is in nominative singular masculine. All right. So what is it here? What would it be in Greek? What would be the definite article in Greek? You know, young lady? Ho. All right. Ho. That's what it would be right there. Ho. And the word people there means what? Family. La aloth. To go up. To go up. Cal infinitive construct. To go up unto the har. Har means mountain. And then Sinai. Sinai. What does Sinai mean? Pamela, you remember what Sinai means? Huh? I always said when they put me out here in these tea buildings, they put me in the briar patch. Nobody else wanted it. But I could teach all my 3 classes here without having to go anyplace else. Sinai means briar patch. It means the place of the bramble bushes, the briar, the thorn bushes, and the thorn bushes we're talking about here are the blackberry bushes. The bush that caught on fire was a blackberry bush. Sinai, key because atah you. You had testified or warned. The second person masculine singular, hifel, perfect. All right? You had testified and warned among us. Banu. All right? Banu, what case would that be in now? What case would that be in? Banu. Beth is a preposition. Banu, among us, so that would be the locative case. To say, or to be saying, lemor. Cal infinitive construct. And hagbela. That means to set limits to, boundaries. Set limits and boundaries. That's hifel imperative mode. To set limits, sign of the direct object, the mountain. And you will have sanctified him. You will have sanctified him. Second person masculine singular. PL, while consecutive perfect. What is the idea of while consecutive perfect? You remember, Pamela, are you remember what that while consecutive perfect, the idea does? Stephen? While consecutive perfect. What is it?
Remember writing it down.
All right. Sharon, come on. Now, Roger, can you spit that one out?
It happened,
While consecutive perfect.
and...
It's called future perfect.
Oh, okay.
And you will have sanctified him. You will have done this. You remember that now, Pamela? You remember that now. She's got a mind like a tar bucket back there. Real good mind. You will have sanctified him. Second person masculine singular, PL, while consecutive perfect, and it's got a suffix of third person masculine singular. All right? And then we start out with this little Wyomer again. Wyomer. Ilah. Hadavar. Lik. Red. We are letha. Atah. We are Haron. Imak. We ha ka hanim. We ha'am. All. Ye hersu. Li alat. El hadavar. Pen yefats. Or bomb yefats. Yeah. Yefats bomb. Yefats bomb. Wyomer. And he said, and had kept on saying, to him, unto him, unto him. What would this be? What would this be? Unto him. What kind of, what case would this be in? Unto him, in the Greek idea of this, but it's here too. Unto him. Dative, singular. He said to him, to or for, dative. Dative, singular, Jehovah, the one who shall become. Where's the fulfillment of the Jehovah title, and who can quote it in Greek in the New Testament? John 1:14. 1:14. The fulfillment of the Jehovah title. Now, who can say it?
Kai logos sarke genetos.
Kai logos sarx agenitos. And the Word, or the Jehovah flesh, he became and dwelled among us. All right. That's it. Get that down. That will inoculate you from error. Walk. Lek. Walk. Look at this. walk, masculine singular, cal imperative. And red, come down, masculine singular, cal imperative. Come down. And you will have gone up. Look at this now. See the idea of the grammar, the tense of the verb. You will have gone up. Somebody conjugate that for me. Read down there and tell me what it means. Say something about that. Can you do that?
Third masculine singular, cow, wow.
Second person masculine singular.
No, second.
Cow. Probably my writing's not so good.
Cow, wow, perfect.
Cal, wow, consecutive perfect. So this means what? It's the idea of future perfect. I'm going to get you guys to get this stuff. This is future perfect. Okay? You will have gone up. You and we Aharon. You and Aaron. Okay? And Aaron with you. Imach. All right. What is that now? What case would that be in? Imach. Imach. With you.
Lucky?
Instrumental.
Instrumental.
Instrumental case. Instrumental. With or by or for. Instrumental. Does this help you understand it a little better? Okay. Aaron's going to go up with you. He's going to be an instrumental with you. Instrumental? Instrumental case or instrument with you. And we hakahonim. And the priests. And the priests. The priests and kings. And the people. Why would it be a priest and king? Why are the priests so important?
Mediate.
They were mediators. And why would they be called a king? In reality, why would they actually be a priest and a king?
Because when they said
Their authority was like a king. When they said something, in their words, by their authority, they held life and death. Even eternal life and eternal death in their hands. Yes.
Okay, we have priests here, but the Levitical priesthood hasn't been set up, so this is just Aaron's.
But it's going to be.
Yes, I know, but
Yeah.
so who are these priests?
He's setting it up. This is what's going to be
so
the
these
priest.
are the leaders, like the
These
clan
are
leaders, the family leaders?
these are the Levites. These are the Levites.
These are the leaders.
And everything, it's all going. Now he's getting ready to do all of this. So he's calling these Levites. They're going to be priests and kings.
But do we know, as he said, they're going to be just Levites? He hasn't said
Yeah.
that.
Now, why didn't the Levites have any property? Why did the Levites not have any property?
corruption, keep them from corruption.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Used to, a long time ago, they would not allow a preacher to own a home. Did you know that? Baptists, the preachers never were able to own their own home. Churches always provided a parsonage for them. They wanted them to be above materialism. And of course, churches were to provide for them, which many times they did not. But they never were allowed to own homes. Now it's all different. All right. The priest, the Levites, why did they not have property? Why were they not allowed to have property? How far does it go back? How far does it go back? They weren't supposed to have property because they were supposed to live off of the rest of the nations. But why? What happened? What caused that? What caused that curse or declination of God? What caused it? What did Jacob say? In the 49th and 50th chapter of Genesis, what did he say? What did he say? Remember Shechem. Shechem. Remember the city of Shechem. Levi and Simeon went up there. And they killed, after the whole city was converted to Judaism, they went up there and murdered every one of them. And he called them bloodthirsty men. And they stole everything. Levi and Simeon went up there and took and stole and robbed the whole city. Took every man's wife, took every man's daughter, took every man's horse and cow and camel and sheep and goats and everything. They stole it all. They stole the whole thing. So when they did that, Jacob said, "You brought a curse down upon me." And when he was dying on his bed, he remembered that curse. And he called him a bloodthirsty man. And then, later on, 400 years later, Moses remembered, and they didn't have any property from then on. They had no property. Yes, brother?
What happened to Simeon?
What?
I forget what happened to Simeon.
Well, Levi was the one that was most,
Um,
yeah, he was most most up to this, and it came down. All right. If you look at those people around, if you look at the area around the tabernacle, you'll see Levi and Simeon and all these people. They were all in different positions around that tabernacle. All right, the priest. We have to remember back. God remembers things. God remembers things for many generations in a family. Now, God says the curse of the fathers can be upon the children for how many generations? What a father does, it can curse the children for how many generations? Or a mother?
7?
4 generations. Sometimes 7 generations, but 4 generations. We're going to see it pretty soon. Okay? Now, it doesn't mean that the children can't be saved and everything, but you will see the sins of the father multiplied. Look at David's life. Look at David. Look what happened. Bloodshed will not depart from your house because you're a man of blood. You cannot build the temple, but your son will. And his son was a jerk. Solomon was one of the most brilliant, but he was a materialist. David was really not a materialist except for women. He had a lot of wives, but his son had more. But he had 1,001, you know, Solomon did. He had 1,001 wives. 1,001. One of them was the Queen of Sheba that it doesn't list. So there's the 1,001. And with her, she went down there with his child, and the Queen of Sheba. Okay, Haile Selassie was supposed to be a descendant of Solomon. The black Jews over there are descendants of Solomon. And the priests and the people they shall go down for themselves to go up unto Jehovah. The people can't do this. Only those consecrated. Lest, that word pan, lest he shall keep on breaking through among them. Cal imperfect. Third person masculine, the singular. Cal imperfect. He shall break on through bomb among them. Among them. Among them. Third person plural and masculine in that bomb. That personal pronoun with a preposition in it. Among them, in what case would that be in? Among them. Locative case. Keep remembering these cases. Keep remembering. It'll help you with your Greek and it'll help you with your Hebrew. 1925. Wayared. Moshe. El Ha'am. Wayomer. Elohim. All right. Wayared. Exodus 19:25. Wayared, and he came down. Third person masculine singular, cal, wow, consecutive imperfect. Now tell me how that works, you grammarians, you linguists here. How does that work? Third person masculine singular, cal, wow, consecutive imperfect. What's the cal stem like? What's that mean?
It shows action.
It shows a simple, plain action, the cal stem. All right? And how about wow, consecutive and perfect?
So he was doing it and he continued doing it.
All right, he was doing it and continued doing it for a period of time. And it's kind of an imperfect tense. See, wow, consecutive and perfect. Moshe unto the people. Wyomer, and he said, all right, and he said, third person, masculine, singular, cal, while, consecutive, and perfect, the same verb, unto them. Unto them. Unto or to them is in what case?
Unto is L, and it's,
Unto would be, yeah, L, that's right, there's your preposition.
Hem is the third person masculine.
Plural.
Suffix,
Yeah,
plural, yeah.
yes.
Them, and
Unto them, what case would it be, looking from a Greek standpoint, which actually carries over the Greek?
hang on, just.
Okay. Nominative, genitive, locative, instrumental, dative, accusative, or vocative?
Instrumental.
Dative. It's dative, okay? Unto them. All right? Dative, to, for. To or for them. Dative, to, for. Instrumental, with or by. All right? Locative, in. You getting it? You're understanding Greek better with this, aren't you, Brother
Yeah.
Roger?
Yeah.
You understand the Greek a little better? Why the bar? Elohim. Eth. Call. Ha-davarim. Ha-ele. Lemor. All right. And he spoke Elohim. Look at that word, and he spoke. Tell me about that, and he spoke. Conjugate that little verb there, why davar. Why davar. Why davar. Tell me about that verb right there. Tell me about this verb.
Okay.
Who can conjugate that for me? Brother Roger?
The root is devar,
Yeah, davar.
and, devar,
Yeah.
obviously.
Mhm.
And, so it's third person masculine singular PL, that's with force.
With force and violence.
They said, and then he kept on saying in time.
While consecutive and perfect. See, now you getting it?
Yeah.
Are you getting it down? Brother Abe, you getting that a little bit? All right. We're going to give you an A+ for attendance, though. Elohim. Elohim. Tell me about Elohim. What about Elohim? Everybody has an Elohim. That's the Creator God. That's the Creator God that is in the triune idea of the Creator God, because it's plural. It's not singular, it's not dual, but it's plural. All right? Et. Tell me about et. The sign of the direct object, the Greek equivalent, ace. Tell me the grammatical rule.
Extension or limitation of thought and verbal action.
A+.
And that's the one I know.
All right, the extension or limitation of thought or verbal action. Boy, I love this. You guys are getting it. All right. This is great. I'm about wore out, you know. You better get it pretty soon. If you're going to get it at all, you better get it pretty soon, or you're going to have to go listen to these classes all over again. Call is all. All right? That's a cumulative thing, saying all. All. An adjective. All. All ha-davarim. Ha-davarim. In this here, what is the root of this word?
Devar.
Davar. Which means what?
The word
Words. Which really means what?
Jehovah.
No.
Oh.
No, not in this case.
Oh. Things lined up.
Things lined up in a row. What is the Greek equivalent to it? What? Lego. Lego or logos. Logos is the noun. Lego is first person singular present indicative active verb of it. Okay? So this is something you put in a line. And it's an edict.
I can do some more.
Oh, good, good, good. That's good.
Ha is the definite article.
Yeah,
Devar is the shoresh,
yeah.
and im makes it plural.
All right. That's right. You've got it down there. Now, this is really good. You guys are getting it. You got that, Brother Stephen? Yeah. Brother Abe, did you get that? Did you catch all? There's donuts up there, too, by the way.
Caught the donut.
All right. The rabbis and the Pharisees isolated 613 separate commandments. But here is God's law, His commandments, 10 in all. Okay, and that's what we're going to get into. 10 in all. No one has ever kept one of the 10, as far as we know. It's a perfect law for perfect people. And since there are no perfect people, all of them has to be saved by a sacrifice. Why did God give the law again in Deuteronomy? And what does Deuteronomy mean? What?
Second giving.
Second law, deuteros nomos. It's from Greek, by the way, not Hebrew. Okay?
And I know this one because you told me.
Yes. I want you to remember.
Everybody got killed off, and they were getting ready to go into the promised land, and so you had to tell them again.
They had to tell the new generation the law again. That's why we have Deuteronomy. All right? All the others had died. How many of you can name the whole Pentateuch? Name all the Pentateuch. That is not near as hard as you think it is.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy.
Thank you very much. The 5 books of Moses, which is called the Pentateuch, which comes from Greek again, not Hebrew. All right? All right. Let's go on. 20 and verse 1 is what we went there. The edict, these. Look at that ha'eleh. Ha'eleh. We ele shemot. Remember that? We ele shemot is what we're studying. The book of Exodus. And the book of Exodus is not really the book of Exodus, but it says, and these names. And here we have that ha'eleh. These. The these to say are saying. Tell me, yes, brother.
Where are we at?
We're in 20 and verse 1. Did I miss something?
Oh, no. Okay, I just see it now.
I mean, I might skip over something. I can't see anymore.
No.
I can hardly get to church. My back is so bad, and neck, and my eyesight is going. I got to go to the eye doctor tomorrow. Hopefully, it's salvageable. Boy. And I do skip over pages, and thank you when you catch it, because I can't see what I'm doing. I'm just barely seeing anything.
I'm importing all my family on the end of the month, so...
Yes, I'm trying to make it, brother. I'm trying to make it. I'm going to try to hold out to the end of the year. That's my goal, is to try to make it till the end of December.
And then start all over.
I don't know about starting all over business. that may be the end of it. What's that little S-looking there thing for? What is that? What is that little S? Tommy, what's that there for, Brother Roger? Do you know?
I'm sorry. I've lost...
Right here, 20 and verse 2.
Okay, 22. Oh.
Yeah, 20 and verse 2. What starts out there with a letter of the Greek alphabet?
You were at the bottom at 20 and
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
I noticed that, and I'm only guessing that that's how they used to break up the verses.
That's where a new paragraph starts.
Oh, okay.
That means new paragraph.
Okay.
I think it looks like that. Okay, paragraph. All right. That's what it means. In Hebrew, that means paragraph. Did you learn something tonight?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anoki. Hadavar. Elohika. Asher. Hatzika. Me'eretz. Mitzrayim. Mibeth. Avadim. The guy wrote me an email here about 4 years ago, told me I didn't know Hebrew. How come I was teaching it? Wrote me back another email and says, man, I didn't know anything. He said, you were just coming along. He said, you such things so foreign to what I had understood. He said, I was a Hebrew student. And wrote me back again later on. See, he could have not said that, but he said, well, you know what? You have blown me away with the information that's there that I didn't have any idea. If you studied modern Hebrew, you going to get any of this, brother? Not there. All right? And most people study Hebrew from the modern Hebrew idea. They have no idea what biblical Hebrew is, and it's a lost art. To tell you the truth, you're one of the survivors. And the Lord left me around long enough to just give you a little of it. And I put it down on video and audio so other people can understand it, hopefully. Anoki.
Nope.
Hadvar, Ilahika, Asher, Hatzika, Me'eretz, Mitzrayim, Mebeth, Avadim. Anoki now. What about this Anoki business? That first thing means, if you translate it down below that, you would put paragraph. This means paragraph. And how do you say that word?
Yes.
That's S. That's what it is. Yeah. That S. All right. And that's just plain S, just like our S in English, isn't it? How many S's are there in Greek? I mean, not Greek.
Oh.
Hebrew.
3. Shin, Sin, and Samech. Oh, sorry.
They like S's. The Hebrew people like S's.
Yeah.
Okay, they like them a lot. Now this is they call it saw today, but actually it's a TS sound. Okay, it starts with a TS. It's what we call a dental. Dental. They say dental. See, that's what you call it. It's made with your tongue and your teeth. That's a dental. Sadhe. It doesn't say sadhe, but sadhe. Anoki, that means I. Winahashishiani, as Eve said, or Isha, and the devil he gave to me. Hadavar, that means Jehovah. I, Jehovah, Ilahiku, Ilahika, that is, your God or God of you. What case is this in? What case is this one in? Elohika. Nominative, genitive, locative, nominative, genitive, operative, locative, instrumental, dative, accusative, vocative. Which one of those 8 cases is this in? This Elohika. What is that now? Come on now, girls and boys. Put your thinking hats right on. Brother Abe, you know that one? All right, it's a case of possession. Which is a case of possession? What case of possession is it? What is the case of possession, Brother Roger?
Lucky?
Nope.
No.
Sharon? Pamela, case of possession. Case of possession, Brother Steve. Case of possession. No, that's the case of the subject. Let's look at this again now. Come on now, boys and girls. Nominative, genitive, ablative, locative, instrumental, dative, accusative, and vocative. Nominative is a case of the subject. Genitive is a case of the possession. It's in the genitive. Ablative is a case of origin. Locative is a case in, of location. Instrumental, with, by. Dative, to or for. Accusative, actions going that way. And vocative, case of address. All right. Did that help you a little bit when I wrote them up there to get this? I don't want to bore you to death with this now, but you people have progressed.
I guessed every one of them.
Are you foundered today?
The way you taught me 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah. All right. Anoki Hadavar Elohika. Elohika is in what case? Genitive. Case of possession. It is there in Hebrew. All right? The case of possession. That's why it's Elohika. The case of possession. Asher. This is what we call a relative particle, a particle relation. Asher. Who. Which. All right? From house. From house. What case is this in? What case is this men and Beth from? It's Mebeth, all right? What is that little mem on the front of that? What does that mean? What is that thing, Brother Rogers? What's a mem? It comes from this preposition. It comes from that preposition right there. See that one? Huh?
You missed a whole line there.
I missed a line?
Yeah. After Asher.
Oh.
How, what's the?
Yes, I did. Thank you very much. I skipped over the whole thing. But let's go back from house anyway. Let's finish this house business up.
Okay.
Men, Medbeth. What case is this in? Remember, go back to your nominative, genitive, operative, locative, instrumental, dative, accusative, and vocative. What case is it in? The case of the subject, the case of possession, the case of
Location.
origin.
Origin.
Oblative. Oblative case. This is oblative. From the house. The case of an origin. From the house of slavery. Now let's go back up that line that I skipped. Hatsika. And I have brought you out. First person construct senior, hifel, perfect. Suffix, second person masculine singular. Look at that one. And I have brought you out from the land, Me'eretz. What case is that in? Brother Abe, you got that one? Huh? Me'eretz. Brother Steve. The A. What is that A?
Oblative.
Oblative. All right. From the house. You got that one, Brother Abe? You got it? All right. From the land, Mithraim. Mithraim. Now, what does Mithraim mean? Brother, I mean, not brother, but Pamela. Mithraim. It's Egypt, a land of red mud and canal banks. An irrigated land, a land of red mud and canal banks. What is the Greek equivalent of Mithraim? Egyptos. Egyptos. All right? We get our English word Egypt from the Greek word, not from the Hebrew word. From the house, again, what is that? What case is that in? Oblative of slavery. Avadim. Avadim. From the house of slaving. Slaves. 20 and verse 3. 20 and verse 3. Lo. Yeh. Lika. Elohim. Acharim. Al Panayah. All right. What is that lo there? What is that? Tell me what that thing is. Lo. What is it?
It's the word no. It's an adverb of negation.
What?
It's the word no.
Uh-huh.
It means it's an adverb of negation.
That's right. Adverb of negation. That little no there is an adverb of negation. What would one be in Greek? What would be an adverb of negation in Greek? Uk. What would be a particle of negation in Greek? That one, may. Adverb particle. All right? And they change back and forth in Hebrew, by the way, according to the syntax. And not, he shall keep on becoming. Look at that word. Yeah. Now somebody conjugate that one for me. Conjugate yeah. I used to have a lot of fun. Brother Hubbard, when we come to that, he'd laugh every time when I was teaching in Hebrew. Yeah. He shall keep on becoming. Go ahead, Sharon.
Third person masculine singular, cal imperfect.
All right, third person masculine singular, cal imperfect. And look down there on what page it is. What page in Brown, Driver, and Briggs is it on?
I'll find it.
224. And what page is it on in Kohler and Baumgartner? 243. That's what you're reading down below that. I want you to understand why I put that down there. Lika is a preposition with a suffix. All right? A preposition with a suffix. The preposition is the lamet, that word right there. All right? And then we have a lika. Lika. Tell me about that preposition with that suffix, Brother Roger.
Well, the preposition lamed is to, and so, well, the suffix is it's escaping me now.
All right. That's your little cough down at the end of it, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
With,
With an A sound. That's good. That's just fine.
Yeah.
All right. Second person, singular masculine suffix. And I want you to tell me what case it's in. What case is that in? What grammatical case is it in? Nominative, genitive, operative, locative, instrumental, dative, accusative, or vocative. Which one of them?
What's the first one?
Nominative, genitive, operative, locative, instrumental, dative, accusative, or vocative. Which case is that in?
Would it be instrumental?
What? Dative. 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 Very good. Dative. Very good. Brother Soul, did you go to the website lately and listen to, I mean not Soul, Brother Abe, I look at him when I call him Brother Soul sometimes. He's not near as violent as Brother Soul. I got him to preach for me one time and he broke my pulpit to pieces, beating on it. Did you go listen to him on the website? Did you listen to Brother Soul on the website? There's two of his sermons that he did. One Man is one of them and the other one is the history of the Korean Baptist. Go listen to that. You'll enjoy that. And you can understand him too. Not he shall keep on becoming to you gods. Gods. Look at that. Elohim. All right. Not he shall keep on becoming to you gods. Only any other, any other unto the face. Unto the face. That word pene there means, what does that mean? Literally. What's that literally mean? Nose. Nose. Don't you bring any other gods up to my face. There are no other gods but God. All right? Now, Sharon, would you take the Amplified Bible and would you read from where we began right up to where we are right now? We started at 19:22, and we're in 20 and verse 3 right now.
And also let the priests who come near to the Lord sanctify, set apart themselves for God, lest the Lord break forth against them. And Moses said to the Lord, the people cannot come up to the mountain, for you yourself charged us, saying, set bounds about the mountain and sanctify it, set it apart for God. Then the Lord said to him, go, get down, and you shall come up, you and Aaron with you. But let not the priests and the people break through to come up to the Lord, lest he break forth against them. So Moses went down to the people and told them.
All right.
Oh, do you want to go?
Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Then God spoke all these words. I am the Lord your God, who has brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods
in my face.
Yeah, in my face, before or beside me.
Mm-hmm. Don't you bring any other gods up to my face. God is omnipresent, isn't it? If they had one little teraphim out there, one little teraphim, if they had one out there, would it be in God's face? Yep. It sure would be. What is the teraphim?
Rock?
Huh?
Isn't it a little rock?
What is it, brother? Remember Laban had teraphim. Remember when we studied, what is it? Household gods, but what were they? What were they? They were images of what?
Demons?
Of their ancestors. Images of their ancestors. Laban's rocks could have had one of Noah and Adam and all of these. These, not that they were bad people, but they made images of them. We have ancestor worship in demonism all through history. Ancestor worship. And Buddhism is ancestor worship. Even your, what we call this New Age stuff, a lot of that is ancestor worship. It goes all the way back. All right, 20 and verse 4 now. Exodus 20 and verse 4. And how do you say that in Hebrew? We ele shemot. All right, and these names. Lo. Tha'aseh. Lika. Fesel. We call. Tamunah. Asher. Bashamayim, Mim'al, We Asher, ba'aretz, metachath, wa'asher, ba'mayim, metachath, li'aretz. Now I want you to think, as you see every one of these words, I want you to start thinking case. And I want you to think the grammar. I want you to see the grammar. I want you to see the action of the verbs. And I want you to see what case it's in. This is where you really learn the language. I don't want to bore you to death with it, but I want you to begin to learn this now, because you're far enough along to do that. All right? Lo. Lo. Adverb of negation, which means not. How should you translate it in English, really? Notly. An active not. Not tha'aseh. Not you shall keep on making. Someone conjugate that verb for me. Second person masculine singular. Cal imperfect. Not you shall keep on making. So what does that mean? They had been making idols. They had been making idols. They'd been doing it all the time. Jacob's favorite wife was an idol worshiper. What was her name? Rachel. His favorite wife was an idol worshiper. And what children did she have? Joseph and Benjamin. All right. That was her children. And not you shall keep on making likah. Likah. All right, now let's look at that one. Tell me about likah. What about this word? We got a preposition in there, which is lamet. All right. And what case would this be in? What case? You remember that one, Pamela? What case? Lamet, to or for. What case would that be in? Dative case. Dative case. For yourself, second person masculine singular reflexive pronominal adjective in all reality. Did that do too much for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blew my circuit.
Idle, fesal, idols. Idols. Look at that word fesal. That's on page 820. Let's look at this, page 820. Let's look at this, fesal. Fesal, page 820. That means to make. There, that fial, that means to make, a workman. And then we come fial, doing a deed, a work. And then we come out fial la, a work, recompensement for work. And then we have a work thing made, something made, like an idol. And then we have the word fiam, which has the idea of to strike or to hit, to carve, to make. And then we have the word fa'im, and fa'im means a hoof beat or a foot track in the sand. Okay, now let's look at the word, this word tefillin, this word, these little things. Foot track, that means what? That means the imprint. It also means an image of something. I studied foot tracks. Many years I studied foot tracks. I could tell you what the animal looked like that made the foot track. And these little teraphim, these little teraphim were images, foot tracks of Noah, Adam, ancestors. Okay? Don't you make any idols. All right? Don't make any fesal idols. Foot track. That's page 820. Start learning how to use these. Now that's the Hebrew lexicon. That's a master lexicon there, Brown, Driver, and Briggs. And then you have an analytical lexicon. Will tell you what case and everything it's in. But see, I'm starting to tell you how to do that. For yourself an idol, we call, and all likeness, tamuna, all likenesses, page 568. 568. All the likenesses. And here we have the word tamua, all right? And that means a kind or a species. A kind or a species. The root of that is kind or species. It's munah. Mayan, kind or species. Schematic. The schematic. Don't you make a schematic of any animal or any person. A species. All right? You can see that right down here. All right? Right down there. Let's see that out there in the world. That goes all the way to China, you know. Japan. Wonderful. Yeah.
So,
All the likenesses. What?
later that's going to be my question that I'll ask you.
What's that? Okay. All right. Asher, which in heavens. Ba Shemayim. All right, in heavens. Okay, now what case is this in? Ba Shemayim. What case is that in? Ba Shemayim. Beth is the preposition. Shemayim is the word. Mayim, actually, Maya. Okay, it comes from in the uplifted waters. Okay, it's what it means. Heavens means uplifted waters. What case is it in? Brother Abe, you know what case that's in? Pamela. You're not getting, because you sat there in the back of the room doesn't mean you're going to get by. Young lady.
I want to say obligate.
No. In. Nominative, genitive, ablative, locative, instrumental, dative, accusative, and vocative. Which one of these cases? Locative. Locative. Location. In heavens. Nothing in heavens. What would that be? What would be that lives in the heavens? What lives in the heavens? Nope. What lives in the heavens? Pterodactyls. What is a pterodactyl? Huh? What is it?
Bird?
It's a bird.
Oh.
All right. A wombly, a wing flapper, you know. Wombly is Lakota, by the way. It's a wing flapper.
You're talking about the first heaven.
Yeah. The one, the heaven. Yeah. Nothing in heaven. Not like a star, not like a bird. Nothing flying up there in the heavens. In heavens, above. Mimial. From above. All right, now from above there. Now what case is that in? What case is that in? From above. It's got man on the front of it, which is a preposition.
Obligate.
Oblative. Thank you, brother. You got an A+. You know I didn't have to pry that out of him totally. And which we asher be'eretz. Be'eretz. All right, now what case is that in? Be'eretz. We got a bath on the front of it, which gives us location. What case is it in? Locative. Thank you. And from underneath, mitachat. From underneath, mitachat. What case is that in? What case is that one in? From
Obligate.
ablative. That's right. Nominative, genitive, ablative. From underneath, what's underneath the ground? Snake, worms, gophers. Think anybody would worship a gopher? Somebody would. Which? Bamayim. 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 What case does Bamayim mean? In. That means in waters. What is that? What case does that mean? No. Locative. Thank you. See there? You're getting it now. You got that, Brother Abe? Locative case. Say locative. Locative case. Locative means in. That means location. In. Locative. All right. Dative, 2 and 4. Instrumental, with or by. Nominative, the case of the subject. Genitive, the case of origin. Oblative, case. All right. Case of possession, genitive. And oblative, case of origin. Locative, in something. Instrumental, with or by. Dative, 2 or 4. Accusative, that is the object. a direct object. In waters, from underneath, what would be in waters, by the way? What's in water? What kind of, are there mammals in the water? What kind of mammals are in the water? Whales?
Seals?
What?
Seals?
Seals? Mm-hmm. Porpoises? Dolphins? Don't you make an idol of any of those things. Or dog. What's the word dog mean in Hebrew? Fish. All right? And even they had what was the supernatural fish that they worshipped? Dagon. Dagon, which is a fish god, which is really a leviathan. Okay? In waters, from underneath, what case is that in? Oblative. Le'aretz. Tell me what case that is. Le is a preposition, a lamet, and that is, now what's that preposition mean? Two or four, so what case is this one in? Dative. You got it. You got an A+ tonight, brother. You got an A+ on this test. All right.
See if I can remember it tomorrow.
That's the problem. The long-term memory is the problem. The short-term memory right now, I have lots of problem with that long-term business. I have a lot of trouble with that short-term business. Now, okay? Exodus 20 and verse 5. And that's where we're going to end, right here, 20 and verse 5. This is what we talked about a while ago. Lo. Tish Taweh. Lehem. Wilo. Ta'avadim. Ki. Anoki. Hadavar. Elohika. El. Ghana. Poked. Awan. Avath. All. Banim. All. Shiloshim. We all. Ribaim. Lesonea. All right. Not you shall keep on bowing down. Second person masculine here, Hishvael, imperfect. Not you shall keep on bowing down for yourself to them. In other words, they had been doing it all the time. They brought them out of Egypt. They were still bowing down to these idols. They hadn't got rid of. He got them out of Egypt, but he hadn't got Egypt out of them yet. Now he's going to have to kill thousands of them because of this law, because some of them won't lay it down. To them, and not, wilo, and not, we have a conjunction there with an adverb of negation. And how should that be actually translated? Wilo. And not li, literally. Actively not. You shall keep on slaying for themselves. For them. You shall not keep on slaying for them. Look at that. Don't you make any sacrifices to these things. Second person masculine singular, Hophel, imperative. Or imperfect, that is. Suffix, third person masculine plural. Because Anoki, I, Jehovah. Elohika. Elohika. What case is that in, Brother Roger? Elohika. Case of possession, which is case of genitive case. That's a case of possession. In the genitive case of possession. If you look up the old Hebrew grammars, like Gesenius, it will give you all of these cases in it. You won't find that in any modern Hebrew grammar whatsoever. You got to go back to the biblical Hebrew grammar. Am I right, brother? You've studied this modern Hebrew grammar. It's not there, is it? No way. Okay. El. El here is not a preposition. El here is a person. And who is this person? God. And what does it mean? What does this El mean? Huh? A powerful God. Mighty God. Gana. Jealous. Jealous God. Visiting sin. Visiting iniquity. Poked. Masculine singular cal participle. Visiting iniquity. Fathers. Avath. Fathers. Upon sons. Upon third generation. Shiloshim, the third generation. We all Ribim, even the fourth generation, to the ones hating me. To the ones hating me. What is that in? To the ones hating me. That's lisoniye. What case is that in? To the ones hating me. That's got a lameth in front of it. All right? That's dative. Dative. To the ones hating me. All right. You're getting it. I'm proud of you. You did pretty good tonight, all of you. See, we went from 1922 to 20 and verse number 6. And now do you have that question, brother?
Yes, sir.
Is it something I can answer?
I bet. Okay, we're talking about not creating likenesses or images.
Yes.
And so I'm wondering at what point it's cut off, because there's decoration, there's art, and then there's idols. And in the temple itself, there were likenesses of porpoises, which is fish under the sea.
Yeah.
Or- So, is it just the intention that...
More intention than anything else. All right. The iconoclastic controversy. The iconoclastic controversy. You remember when that happened? What, you know what the iconoclastic controversy was? Any of you remember that? See if I can find my little book. The iconoclastic controversy. I'll give you the correct date since I don't remember anymore. Okay? The iconoclastic controversy took place about 869 A.D. And look on this little trail of blood chart. It's a history of the evolution of theology. See where the split is there? See the split? That's where you have the Roman Catholic and the Greek Orthodox split. Okay? Right there. Now the split there was over the iconoclastic controversy, but it really didn't mean more than a hill of beans. What it was about. But the Greek Orthodox and what we call the Coptic churches are more sounder by far than the Catholic churches. Why? The Catholic churches actually brought paganism and idol worship into the Catholic Church. The Greek Orthodox, which is the Eastern Church, and of course also Coptic is Eastern, isn't it? All right? They said, we will not make an image of anything and bow down to it, but they had paintings. Paintings of Mary, paintings of Jesus, paintings of the saints, paintings of the Stations of the Cross, all this kind of stuff. But they did not make images, but paintings. And the paintings were very rudimentary. They were just very simplistic in their paintings, like a child would do almost. They were not real pronounced or anything. And the Catholics had great ornate carvings and idols. And the people would bow down and they would kiss these things. And the Baptists standing back here scratching their heads and said, what are these fools doing? The Bible says, shall not. They quoted this. Don't make an image. Anything. Both groups are worshiping images. Are they not? One is making really idols that are carved, and the other one's just paintings. But, I mean, you could... Is there any discrepancy or any doubt that the Catholic Church worship idols?
Not in my mind.
No way? And Brother Stephen?
If you actually look at what, from the Pope on down, that they all have pagan symbolism on them. The Pope will have it on his ring, on his neck, on his waist, on his hat, and where they incorporated paganism, groups of paganism.
They also incorporated Judaism in it.
Yeah. So there's a lot.
Judaism, all the candles and everything else, all of that was brought from Judaism. They just like this, they like that. That's what you call an eclectic religion. And they like this idol over here, and they like this idol over here. And they just said, well, we got all these pagans coming in, let's make them happy. Don't change their lives any. We just act like them. You know, let's just get it. Everybody be happy. Okay? Just be happy. Got these pagans here, let's keep them happy. So they did that, yes.
Are you still on the recorder?
Yes, absolutely. We're still recording. Any other questions before we turn the world off? Yes.
Okay, well, here it says don't make any images for idols. I mean, does that mean a photograph of your
No.
grandma? I mean, it's not X-rays, I mean, for medical purposes?
No.
It's
That's
just-
common sense.
Yeah, but this is if you go to worship it. I mean,
Yeah, don't worship, don't make an image. I mean, really, today, you can take an image with your cell phone or your whatever you got. All these things that I don't even know what they are. I don't have any of those things. But you can do that with all of these things. And it'd be very easy to have an image of something that you worshipped. And you can have fond affection for your mother's picture, but you're not worshiping that. But in Catholicism, they are worshiping. Who do they pray to in Catholicism? When you walk into a Catholic church, who do you see? Pamela.
Mary?
Mary, the Madonna and Child. That's who you're going to see. The Madonna and Child. And they'll walk and they'll reach down. They'll kiss her. They'll kiss the image. And what will they do? Oh, how do you say?
Mother of God.
Oh, Holy Mother of God. And that's how they pray. It is not of God. Simple as that. Brother Abe, you were over there when they had Buddhism, weren't you? In your country, where there was some Buddhist?
Yeah.
And that is ancestor worship. You-
Actually, ancient worship came from like they believe the Buddha as a
Yes.
God.
Mm-hmm.
The ancient worship come from like I forgot the name, English name.
Come right up here, and I want you to dismiss this in prayer anyway. Come on, Brother Abe. You can thank all the way here. Quite a brilliant man.
Let's pray together. Heavenly Father, thank you for this night. Thank you for having us, Dr. Phillips. Through him, we could touch your original language of heaven. Please let us interpret your plan and your heart, and let us live with you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.